Everybody, welcome to Real Talk. This is Jackie Musinekilburu, aka JMK, and today our topic is basically going to be how to handle challenges. I know this is a period of Easter. This is a period tomorrow we're going to have Good Friday, as we all remember that time when the Lord decided to give His Son for the sake of us. And I know I've received so many people calling me and asking me that, Jackie, how come questions that we ask the Lord are not being answered? How come we're going through so many challenges? What is going on? How come things are happening and they don't seem to be solved? You know? But I was very happy this morning when I was listening to the motivation series on Rest TV. And Pastor Chiroisi said that when the Lord visits you and answers your prayer, or your request, your time is not over, you know? So it means that He has come to visit you. So now the next person that is coming to visit is you. So the most important thing that we need to do is have faith and have patience. Okay? There's something that I read where it says that perseverance gives character and character gives hope. And let me tell you one thing about hope. Once you have hope, there's nothing, there's nobody that can put you down. Okay? Nobody. And then there's another thing that Pastor Chiroisi said this morning. He said, in the Bible, it says, I will restore to you the year of the locusts. Meaning that everything that seems to have been taken away from you is going to be restored to you by the Lord because of your constant prayer. And during these 3 days since yesterday when we've been fasting, it is really a time that the Lord is going to come through. Even if He does not come through during this particular week, you just have to have faith that He's going to come through. I want to talk about the different challenges that people may be going through and have gone through in their lives. There's rejection. There's rejection from your parents. There's rejection from your friends. There's rejection from your family. And you feel like, I'm alone. You know, you feel like nobody seems to want me. No one seems to want me in their group. You know, you seem to be rejected. But the Lord is telling you that He is going to bring you a new group, a new set of people who are going to be the ones that are going to make you feel like, yes, I'm on top of this world, okay? Because He's God. Then there's self-abuse. We get distracted and disturbed by the things of this world, and we start self-abusing ourselves. Some people commit suicide. Some people start using drugs. Some people go into alcohol, but it is a prayer. It's a constant prayer, I'm telling you, that the Lord will get you out of that situation. I have a friend of mine who is going through quite an issue with alcohol, and every single time I tell him that, you know what, I'm going to constantly pray for you because it's a problem. It's a very, very big problem when you feel like you're alone, you feel like nobody really cares for you, you feel like you want people to be around you but they're not there, so you decide to resort to alcohol. Then there's the physical abuse. Some people are being physically abused by their spouses. They feel that they cannot leave the marriage. Maybe a woman, she's not working, she can't do anything, so she goes on with this physical abuse. Physically even abused by your parents. There are some people who are abused by their parents badly. Not because of punishment. Punishment, I agree, because my children have thumped them. But there is that abuse that is beyond an acceptable reason or an acceptable amount. Even teachers. Teachers get to a point where they get jealous about a child and they decide to physically abuse them. Some kids die, and it's really, really sad. Then we look at emotional abuse. When somebody is basically emotionally abused, they feel like they're just not the same person anymore. Their self-esteem goes down, they feel like nothing is really doing well for them, and they start feeling like the world is not, God is not there. Where are you, God? Why aren't you there for me right now? False accusations. There are people who are just out there to talk about you falsely. It's so sad. There's some people who are just there to because Jackie, I have nothing to say about Jackie, I'm annoyed with Jackie, I'm jealous about Jackie, I don't like what she says, let me forge a story about Jackie. False accusation is one of the worst things. because it brings a lot of negativity around you, and it also brings a lot of harm to you as a person emotionally. Then, when you love somebody and it's not returned, do you know how painful that is? When you seem to give so much to people, but they don't return that love to you. They just want to use you, use you, use you. They just want to, because they know, people study others. They study that, oh, okay, you know what? Jordan has a certain character about him. So that good character about him, I'm going to use it. Okay? He's very friendly. He invites people home. He does this and that. Okay, let me use it. And it's never returned. You never hear this for asking you, come to my home. Or you never ask this for telling you, let me take you out for a drink. Or you never even get a gift from them. And yet you're the one who is always doing all these things for these people. It is quite a challenge. Then you get no money because of loss of a job. During the COVID time, so many people have lost their jobs. So many businesses have gone down, and people are wondering, where is God? People have gone through a tough time. I know. People have gone through a really, really tough time. But one thing that I need you to know is that the Lord is going to come through for you at the right time. You just have to keep the hope going, you just have to keep the faith going, and you have to keep the prayer going. I'm telling you. However long it takes. I took a year without a job, a whole year. But the Lord came through for me. So at the end of the day, it may not be now. Yeah, we may be going through a tough time now, but the Lord is going to come through for you. Okay? Loss of a loved one. You might lose a loved one, a father, a mother, a brother, sister. It's tough. And at that point, you ask, why? Why my father? Why me? But at the end of the day, the Lord has a clock. I always tell people the Lord has a clock for everybody. So that was the time for that person to go. It's painful for the people that they have left behind. I'm telling you, it is an unbearable pain that I cannot even imagine. I lost a brother. It is still painful up to now when I think about him. When his birthday comes, I always think about him, and I'm like, wow, if he was around, what would we be doing? It's unexplainable. Death, by the way, is no one can ever get used to death. No one. So it's something that I said that I will ask the Lord in heaven about certain things. Then health issues. Some people are going through health issues right now. Some people are going through cancer. Some people are going through HIV. Some people are going through aging issues. My mom is sick. My mom is so sick. She has issues that are just disturbing her. And I'm telling you, sometimes I just look at her and I'm like, I wonder how she's feeling. I don't know how she's feeling, but I know she's feeling horrible. I know sometimes she gets disgusted. I know sometimes she looks at this medicine and she feels like she's tired. But at the end of the day, she has to take the medicine. And she's sick. And it's sad, this aging, especially aging illnesses that cannot be sorted out. I have an auntie also who is not well. I constantly pray for these people because it's not easy to have cancer. It's not easy to have illnesses that cannot be sorted out. And the doctor just tells you, this is a palliative. You just have to keep them comfortable. You just have to make sure that they're, it's not easy. An ended relationship. You're with somebody, you love this person, and they decide to go and date somebody else. Or they decide to cheat on you. And of course now, like people like us who don't take cheating as something that is forgivable. For me, I'll let you go. I'll forgive you for your action, but I can't stay with you. So, but it's painful. It's a huge, huge challenge. Then you embarrass yourself. There are certain times that issues that come about, challenges that come about because you actually are the one who has done something. You have embarrassed yourself. You have either said something that is embarrassing, you have done something that is embarrassing, and getting back your integrity and your respect takes a bit of time. But at the end of the day, our God is a God of hope. He's a God who is amazing. Yeah, He never ever gives up on us. Then there's betrayal. You're with friends with somebody, you're tight with somebody, and they betray you. You've done everything that you can do. You've loved them, you've done everything, and they betray you. Let me tell you, betrayal. It's the worst thing that you can ever go through. I've gone through it, and let me tell you, it's one of the most painful things that can ever happen. Then you're stressed because a certain part of your life is just not working. You feel like everything else seems to be working, but there's this part that is just not working. And you're always talking to God about it, but it's just not working. And the funny thing is that the same thing seems to be repeating itself. And you're like, Lord, why? You know? Now, like, if I can give a personal experience for me right now, I'm not going to give the actual issue, but like right now, the first thing that I'm going through is really praying about that particular issue, because it seems like I attract the same kind of scenario into my life, and I accept it, yeah, which is not acceptable. So I've told God this time around that, Lord, enough is enough with this kind of nonsense. Now we need a new page to be turned. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is fear. You know, there's this challenge of fear. I have a sister called Juliet who is so scared of spiders. Let me tell you, she's scared of spiders, she's scared of cockroaches, she's scared of anything that flies. And I'm telling you, I look at her when she's actually running all over the place, and I feel sorry for her. It's a challenge. It's a real challenge. Then there are people who are scared of public speaking. Someone cannot sit down like me and sit down and speak to the public. Other people are scared of flying, like my mom. My mom does not like the plane. She just hates the plane, you know? They're so scared of flying. Then there are people who are scared of death. Me personally, I'm not scared of death, but there are people who are scared of death. And I guess maybe because they don't know where they're going, but if you're in Christ and you've accepted Christ as your personal Savior, then there shouldn't be a reason why you're scared of death. Then there are people who are scared of career changes and being around crowds. There are just people who just don't like being around crowds. They want to be alone, or if they're in crowds, if it's a cocktail or something, you find the person in a corner somewhere. It's a challenge. But all in all, during this period of Easter, and especially tomorrow, Good Friday, I'd like to urge everybody to remember why the Lord went onto the cross to die for us. And think about us, the sins that we have committed, and try our level best to change as human beings. Tomorrow, for those who got cancer and are saying that we're going to be at church at 6 a.m. Let me tell you, that's what I like about Pastor Julius. He does not know when it comes to prayer. 6 a.m. we're going to be at church praying, and we're going to be thanking the Lord for what He did on the cross for us. I don't know Easter. So you have a lovely Easter. Happy Easter to everybody. Happy weekend.